Watch Uncle Neely in the pregame show all the time.
I appreciate it, bro.
Never miss it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And Wednesday with Warren Sapp.
Woo, I love Wednesday with Warren.
Right on.
We back.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Carter. Welcome back. Welcome back.
No, that's that Jeezy. I went to Jeezy. I know you're going old school. I'm going new school. I got that Jeezy. Welcome back.
Oh,
It's
no,
back and he's shining on you.
Yeah,
welcome back.
Yeah.
Back and he. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know what it is. If you look at it, it's Wednesdays with Warren. He is the Hall of Famer, Warren Sapp. I'm your favorite auntie's favorite uncle, Uncle Neely, Pregame Show Network. When you hear that clap, you see the intro, it can only mean one thing. It is Wednesday, and that means
You better know what it is. Come on.
Hey, man, we actually are back. We both in Boulder, Colorado. We just not filming together right now, but we are back in Colorado.
No. We're going to say that because, once you get back, Prime got a lot of the thing going on. We ripping and running. We running around. We're going to give y'all what it is. And, we in the same zip code, but we're just not in the same room.
Absolutely.
Or on the field. Or on the field. Because the field was covered up today, too. So.
Yeah, it was covered up. Because let me tell you this now. You can get food out there if you want to. Winter is not over in Colorado.
Don't act like that. Ain't nobody told you. Why you got to be like that? You ain't my auntie's favorite uncle with that forecast right there. You better stop it. Ooh, I hope the good Lord wasn't listening to you, boy.
Yeah. It's been nice and pleasant, Sapp. I believe we got more coming though. I believe we got
Listen, man, stop, dog. Just enjoy the Jays. But it's one thing I will say about Colorado. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes because it's definitely going to either blow through or come on around because it ain't sitting nowhere.
Amen to that. And I don't care what extreme it is. It could be extremely hot. It could be it's going to change in an hour. Just sit tight.
Sit tight, baby. Sit tight.
Well, Sapp, last we talked, man, you were on the way back and you had expectations of what it was going to feel like being back. But now we're officially back and we got one practice under our belt, couple of team meetings. How does it feel, brother?
Listen, dog, I was salivating. I was really salivating. I'm telling you, and I told somebody this after they called. They're like, "What you got, fat boy?" I say, "I can send 8 at you right now today, and I'll be real comfortable. And I've been with them one day. I can send 8 of them at you right now, and I feel real comfortable about it. I mean, really comfortable about it. And that's after day 1. That's how excited I am about it. For everybody out there in Buffalo, woo. I know y'all been watching offense for the last couple of years with Shador and the Great Unicorn and all that, and the boys Jimmy Horn and LeJounte and all that. But boy, we're gonna turn Folsom up. We're gonna turn it up. And I want it so loud that you can't hear yourself, your heart beating in that thing. And we gonna play some D.
Yeah,
we gonna play some D.
I believe it and receive it, Coach. One of the things I found, I've been telling folks on the talking head appearances I've been doing, that when you lose a unicorn like Travis and a once in a generation, a lifetime like Shador, what's so amazing about this team, though, when you look at now the depth and the talent combined, this team is a better team than we had last year.
I tell you this, for everybody that want to ask, how you replace Travis? We have 2 people to replace one. It ain't just one guy. You just got to get over here and do what he was doing on offense, and then now you got to go over here and do what he was doing on defense. It's just one job.
Yeah.
It ain't 2. You ain't got both. You got one of these jobs. We got 2 people. You know what I'm saying? When I got double the work being done, I should get double the production.
Yeah. And one of the things you touched on with that D-line and being able to send 8 with that depth, and this defense is coming back. One of the things I recognize from where I sit, typically on teams, you might have an offensive face that's the face of the team, the household name people know. Don't sleep on this defense. Like, you're going to have some jersey sales from this defense.
Listen, I'm telling you, when we come up out of that thing, it's going to be something to see. I promise you, we going to well tune and get this thing oiled up nice and all the parts all shiny. So we going to go wreck this thing. We're going to go wreck it. I'm absolutely, what? I'm chomping at the bit to get to the job every day. I'm loving it. I'm loving my babies.
Yeah.
And I'm loving my babies.
And it's happening at all levels of the defense. I saw Coach Hart and his linebackers working on that peanut punch, Charles Tillman punch,
Oh,
to get that ball.
no. Did you hear the communication coming from the linebackers?
Yes.
That's what settled my heart. I said, "Oh, line them up. Oh, line them up. Once you line my hogs up, they go eat. Once you line my hogs up, they go eat. We gonna eat. We gonna eat. We gonna boss hog this time. We gonna eat."
Let me go down that road a little bit with you. You're on that D line, and that Tampa 2 is amazing at every level. What is it like for you as a D lineman, you and now your babies, to have that confidence that linebacker behind you is just as solid?
Because it's always about the communication from your linebackers to the rest of your defense. Because that's the blood that flows through your defense is the linebackers. And if your linebackers are quiet, I tell people all the time, a quiet defense is a dumb defense. Because either somebody too dumb to know it, or what they afraid that when they open their mouth, they're dead ass wrong.
Yeah.
That's just what football has always been.
Okay.
I played with Mike Barrow. I raised Ray Lewis. I played with Derrick Brooks. You understand what I'm saying? That's the blood. That's the blood of your defense. That is what go flow through you. And when you got somebody out there with that arm out yelling "close right," and it's a forceful close right, because I truly believe this, Neely. If we all wrong, we all right.
Yeah.
If you close it wrong, we closed it wrong. But now it's still fitting the defense. I mean, they still got to block us.
Coach, pass rush coordinator. I have to ask you to go deep on stuff like that, because people hear it, but they don't fit. Like when you say if we wrong and all wrong together, that makes us right.
Because all 11 is playing the defense that we just lined up then. And I know where you are in this defense and where I fit in this defense. And where now, if he makes that cut, now I got to do this and I got to get over here and now I got to turn it back and I got to spill it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know how to face it up, because the game is still about 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, 2 D's.
Those are the gaps.
Those are the gaps.
No change.
That's it. That's it.
I tell people all the time when they ask me stuff, like they ask questions about football and they try to make it like it's nuclear physics. I was like, hey, dog.
No, it's the thing, because it's
with the same gaps.
It's the moving parts, because the gap moves. That's what it is. The gap moves. And when the gap moves and they don't see it and they don't see that guy got overtaken, and then now it looks like the linebacker got there and then the guy got up on him, and then the guy in the booth misses it and then he calls out the wrong person. But that's less and less. That's less and less. They've gotten better. They got better with their spotters.
But that's what happens if you watch football and only watch the ball.
Ooh, but the game and life is engineered to watch the ball. And then because the ball is mostly in the quarterback's hand, and then it's a pretty guy that's normally holding it, so it ain't a bad vision. But if you're my mom and people that I know, I teach them to go watch. First of all, I tell them all the time, pick the best defensive lineman on the team and then watch him. And then if you can do this for me, look at where the running back is, because the center is going to go opposite him. And then there's when he goes opposite, that's what a 2-on-2 is right there.
Yeah.
That's what action is. See, that's why I try to teach people to look right there. That's what an action should be. Those two guys and the guy on the end should have one-on-one. So it should be 3 of them, and the other guy in the middle is stuck.
Let me tell you what you just did, Sapp. Let me give you a world history analogy to what you just did. Somewhere 300, 400 years ago, somebody looked at that loaf of bread and said, I wonder if I sliced it, what would have happened.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something.
You just sliced bread for him. You done simplified that thing. Like
you know what they say? Something old is sliced bread. You know, Betty White was older than sliced bread. God bless her soul.
Yeah,
Betty White. Yeah. Betty White was older than sliced bread.
Made it easy to make a sandwich right there.
Yeah, but that's the whole beauty of it is, to be able to direct somebody's eyes to it, and when you do it,
Yeah,
I mean, it opens them up. Man, I never knew they in there doing it like that.
yeah. I'm at the same thing when I'm particularly when I was working in sports states and doing our scouting stuff. I say, man, you see that? And the guy next to me like, see what? I said, man,
See
you're watching
what?
the ball. I'm not
See
watching
what?
the ball. Like,
See what?
yeah,
See what? You have
like yeah,
see what?
yeah. It's one ball and 11 people on one side. Like you got to watch more than just the ball. Where the ball is.
You watch that ball, you're gonna be lost.
Yeah, absolutely.
What? But that's third down. First down can get a little tricky sometimes unless you really, really deep in the game. And sometimes I'll tell them watch the running back on first down. Watch the
Mm-hmm.
running back on first down.
Yeah,
Give you something and see if you know what to cut. See if you can tell them to cut. Like I'll be
yeah.
like, cut that. Foot in the ground. I
Well,
watch the running back sometimes.
I think Sapp, they tell me, at least the old folks used to tell me back in South Mississippi, that enemy of joy is comparison. Don't be out there comparing things. Enjoy what you got. But I can't help but compare because I've been with Coach Prime for some football seasons now, and I've been in Colorado now for making this the third spring. And when I look at a day one spring practice and I compare it to the past 2 day ones here in Colorado, this day one practice, this was ahead of the game a little bit. This looked further along than the first day.
And the reason that is because we have better players. We're doing the same thing. We're doing
Mm-hmm.
the same thing, same motivation, with a couple little tweaks here and there with Swayze and the off-season conditioning. Because I know what he's doing. He's doing old school.
Yeah.
He's doing old school, and you didn't hear the music either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
trust me, we got better players. Like you said, it's a better football team, and a better football team should practice better than the football team last year that got better as the year went on. Because
That
you
was a
remember we
really
were chasing them down the field as a defensive line.
yeah.
One of them
That
looked
was,
at me
that
and
was
said,
a
"You trying to kill me? Trying to
that was a
kill
real
me?"
simple statement there, man. But I hadn't looked at it the way you're right. Practice. If we got a better team, practice should be better.
Oh, absolutely. Everything you look at should be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's the keys to making sure practice 2 through now 15 don't drop off and go less than practice 1 was?
You nitpick. That's what coaching is all about. We nitpick.
Yeah.
We go find the loafs. We put them all together. We find 3 in the back end. We find 2 in the middle. We find 4 in the front, and we harp on them.
Yeah.
And we see if we can cut it down to 1. And then we go from that, and then we talk about how many times the ball been on the ground. How many
Mm,
turnovers can we get? How many
yeah.
times can we get the ball on our hand and take it to the house for 6 points? We nitpick as coaches. That's what you do.
Yeah.
There's always a way to get better. There's
Yeah.
always a way to get better. So now I want to know how many TFLs we got. I know we got our gap under control, but now we talking about penetration. How many TFLs we got?
This is what my man, the headache gang CEO Shiloh Sanders would look at me on the sideline during practice say, they manufacturing adversity. We had a great practice. They just out here now making up adversity for us. They gonna find
No. Because if you're not chasing perfection, which you would never get on the football field.
yeah.
There's never been a perfect football game. I'd have had 11 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and got Jerry Rice and Steve Young out of the game, and still graded out 83%. Yeah, yeah. Hey man, this is the game we play. Sometimes you take a bad step and you do. Hey,
Yeah.
spin up out of that thing, and go find it, because the game will not suffer you. It's the most humbling thing on God's green earth.
Mm,
No doubt about it. So if you're not chasing perfection, because it's way up there,
mm-hmm.
and it's unobtainable, but excellence, greatness, goodness, and all of
Yeah.
that superb and spectacular and borderline spectacular, all that right up there too. See, so for me, it was always about chasing that perfect game.
Mm-hmm.
Chase it. Chase it. Every opportunity I got to make a play, did I do it? No. But I
Yeah.
had a bunch of opportunities to make them, and
Yeah.
and I made sure I shot them the right way. I made sure I didn't have one of those mental errors, offsides, a penalty, a dumb penalty, a stupid penalty. You know what I'm saying? A penalty
Did
that cost my
you
team a
with
personal
that
foul. Everything.
with
Yeah.
that in mind as your framework and background? I mean, it clearly got you all the way to Canton, Ohio, in a statue outside in Tampa.
No, the thing about it is the person behind you, because every football team believes in next man up.
Mm-hmm.
And we growed up in a time where we heard the tale of Wally Pipp. And for all you kids
Hey,
out
we
there
don't
that
get
don't know
about
what
that.
Wally Pipp is, Wally Pipp was a starting second baseman for the Yankees back in the day. And all of a sudden, they gave him a day off, or he allowed him to give him a day off, or
Yeah,
whatever went down. Lou Gehrig walked in
yeah.
the
The
Iron
word,
the,
the
the
word, the
Iron
word,
Horse walked in and
word is
rubbed it.
Wally Pip faked a headache. He said he didn't feel like it that day, and they put Lou Gehrig in, and Lou Gehrig never looked back. He never got a spot back.
Never got a spot back. So, that was always the fear for me. And jumping outside with Ed Ogeron on it, oh God, Jesus.
Raising Cajun. So,
Yeah, man.
who was your nitpicking coach though, Sapp? Who helped you put that in you with like they always found something wrong, even when you got 11 tackles and 2 sacks?
Rod Manelli.
Mm,
I walked in with my chest stuck out after the 1999 season. I'm defensive player of the year. What's going on? He looked at me and said, "What could you do athletically?" I'm like, "Almost anything." He's like, "Well, let's see if your play could catch up with that." So I went out and had 16 and a half sacks the next year. It's not nitpicking.
yeah.
It's putting a challenge.
Mm,
Practice, I
mm,
got to nitpick because we're never going to have a perfect practice. I'm not, you're not. You're not going to
yeah.
step the right way every time. You're not going to have your hand placement the right way. But it's a way for me to, put another carrot out there because that's going to be the way that we get that fourth quarter rush and
Yeah.
that win in the fourth quarter and that stop in the fourth quarter to get the ball back to our young new quarterback, whichever one we got, the older one or the new one, whichever we got, our new quarterback that's leading our offense. The more opportunities we give him, the better they're gonna get.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just mathematical fact.
I
Yeah.
like numbers. You know me. I like my numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. Food, fun, football, and numbers. That's what we're all about on Wednesdays.
Hello. And
So
facts. And
I got to ask
facts.
you this.
And facts. Don't forget facts, because since
You know, it got to be
1800,
facts. It
since
can't be
1800,
outread on the internet.
they
It can't be
stubborn.
outread. No, it got to be what's the facts. Yeah, absolutely. Coach, so give me the facts on this. One thing I've noticed being back this week, and even though we just one true practice under the belt, the chemistry with this coaching staff, where we've had some changes on the defensive side, y'all really look like and communicate like y'all been working together for years.
Listen, man, when you speak the same language about the same technique, about the same fundamentals of this game that we love, that's over 100-year low, 100 and what is it, 169, whatever it is. Shit, our stadium's 101, 102 this year. So trust me, 11 on 11 is never going to change. We're going to block, we're going to tackle, we're going to throw, we're going to catch, we're going to score, we're going to stop from scoring, and we're going to play this wonderful game that the good Lord has given us a beautiful opportunity to play it. You have to take advantage of the skills that he give you, or he'll take it away. I know the Bible says it. So we're going to ask the kids to go out and perform. We're going to keep them safe, pray over them, and we're going to go out and take care of each other because that's what competing is about. These are your brothers.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. The Rambling Wreck is over there getting themselves ready, and I promise you, they're not taking out any of their stars or doing anything crazy to their players, and neither will we. We
Yeah.
will show up with every soldier ready to go to war. So let's do this.
There's another thing I picked up here, well stated there. Another thing I picked up on with team meetings, defense, offense, and also this one practice on the belt. When I look at Pecco, Hilo, Sapp, and then I look over here at Gunnar White, Hedgeman, and Gerard, the three of y'all on each side and the 6 of y'all together have really already been coming up with things like, how do we get this offensive line, this defensive line as best they could be? Ain't no brother-in-law, ain't no cutting deals. Let's get to work.
No, it's never gonna be that brother-in-law, and it's never gonna be the X's and O's that we handle. It's about the Willies and Joes that go out there and get the work done.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is about. The young men that will go out there and say, "I'm gonna go get it done today," and then I'm gonna go do it tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go do it the next day, and then I'm gonna go get prepared for the game, and then I'm gonna go out there and showcase what I got in front of the 54, 55,000 that we have in Folsom, and let's be ready to roll.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. When it's all boiled down to it, that's what it's all about. Getting ready for week one, and that's what we're building towards. And every day you're gonna be challenged. I guarantee you're gonna be challenged because that's what we're here for.
I'm finna Marty McFly you. I'm finna Back to the Future you.
Oh, not the capacity
Oh, the
team.
flux capacitor about to come out. This is Wednesday with Warren. We got practice Thursday, practice Saturday, practice Monday. Depending on when you and I sit down next Wednesday, we potentially got 4 more practices before they see these two beautiful faces again. What's your level? What's your expectations for practice from now? And then we're going to see if we got met.
You know what the best part about me sometimes? I don't have any expectations for these young men except for them to come out, with their mouth closed, their ears open, their heart full of joy, and ready to work and ready to pour some concrete. Because you know my rule, I like nice shit. And the only way you're going to build your nice mansion is to put down a lovely foundation. So every day we go pour concrete. I'm not going to ask them to have Pythagorean theory figured out every day that I come out there. We're going to go by it. We'll get the angles and then the perpendicular and all the different things that have to go into us writing this proof. We're gonna work on this. That's what I'm here for, baby. I'm here every day for you. And whatever you want to do, I'm here for you. You want to wait, you want to come out to practice and work a little bit on your step or whatever, your hands or whatever we working on. Because I'm here for you. Let's do it. I don't fear a man that practices 1,000 kicks. I fear a man that practices one kick 1,000 times. He's deadly with it.
Hey, man, look, y'all know what it is. It's been another Wednesday, Warren. You can't put a better stop on it than right there with that one kick and no expectations. He is the Hall of Famer, Warren Sapp. I'm your favorite auntie's favorite uncle, Neely. We'll be back next Wednesday with more Wednesdays, Warren. And to then, we out.
I just wanted to see what the new technology felt like. Jesus, I might have killed somebody in one of these.